Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic or...?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Untarm called you a Dari.
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Adari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds. My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
Lacune isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
Do you miss living under the Cune?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Qunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qune. There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
The birds just ate. Scare them any more than you already did and they'll be crapping everywhere. What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Hush, Vitari. Come on. These banners need to burn. Okay.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Yeah.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An untimed supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch. Gotcha.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melts some metals, not all.
How did you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby. This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that. Karash, it's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatosh, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
What's the difference between drip rain and mist rain?
Drip rain soaks through the clothes. Mist rain just wets the skin. Sorry, I don't know all the words in your language.
Oh, I get it.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qune. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes, I knew some of them from the Dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Avatosh. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Evatash.
Panaheydan. I'll see you soon.
So, the Dragon Hunter has a softer side.
The Kyun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Kunari, a little Ravani, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I had to leave my old life behind when I joined the Grey Wardens. And I had to leave that to help stop Solus. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravane were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Kyun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe. Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't. Because she's sleeping in my base, which means I own the bed. I'm actually next on laundry detail.
She always did like the mouthy ones.
In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again, Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Panaheydan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
She's very involved in your life.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet Karash.
Yeah. It was. Good. Needed some action.
Got through that. your jeweler work with inlay, Tosh?
Why? You changed your mind?
If I save up enough, I might want a new leg. A choice of looks can't hurt.
Oh, nice. How about gold with a ruby inlay?
I clang my leg all the time. Gold gets dinged up. Ruby inlay, though. I can work with that.
Let me know when you're ready. I'll get you a discount.
Thanks, Tosh.
You deserve nice things. Hear that? Door's open. Huh. Nice.
this is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I like that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming.
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like this.
Something's moving. Up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a disparity?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
We're not alone.
Not too bad.
Careful, Rook! It singled you out!
What? Where'd everyone go?
we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless. So you can't control them. I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies.
Would you like a road?
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor.
Just Emery, please.
You weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when. Have at them!
From a distance.
Give me some more!
Got us at range. Watch it.
We're attacking from afar!
Take that. Time to finish it.
Excellent strike there!
Still standing. Not bad.
Can't do this without a wisp.
Chilly in here. Courtesy of a demon.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't it?
The necropolis rearranges itself every so often.
Here's our second wisp.
At least they don't follow us around without asking.
Would you like them to accompany us?
I'm good.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop whoever drawing these spirits here with.
The bigger person's behind all the despair.
Mortals are their prime attraction. Got the hit! We've company.
Got us in the distance!
Firing at us!
Nice shot.
Got to move.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Made it through that one.
Rook's hurt!
That's got it. We're not close.
An attack from afar!
I'm good to go.
Good work, Rook!
Well, that's done.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I trained with the Wardens in the Anderfels.
Home to the fortress of Weishaupt. I've heard stories. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
Right. Then what?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fane.
Handy. Could use a few of those for back home.
I understood Tevinter to be experienced in dealing with malign manifestations.
Oh, we are. You have to be when blood magic attracts them, or some cultist decides to summon something on purpose. I'll take any help I can get.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Well, there's some luck for you.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. Think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
We found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
is not.
Take your shot.
That is weakness.
Fight as one!
Break them down!
The guards and...
An excellent hit, Rook!
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Strike him again. Fight harder.
Get them! Quickly! War for the gods!
Can't see a thing.
Death is our punishment.
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones into Vinter.
What's this?
A vessel to store the magic the Venatori intended to siphon away from us.
Hello. The Venatori bring you here.
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in
Might know someone who can help with that.
Do you, madam? We'd be grateful. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work. The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right. There's one chain.
Excellent.
Guests!
Kill them all, but save the list.
Take the last blow!
Defiance is heresy.
Let's finish this.
Got it.
Made it through.
There's a fight ahead.
Take your time.
Do not let them win!
Behind you, look out! Rook takes credit there. Got through that.
There. That's the last chain?
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell. Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
Let's finish this.
Spectacular rope!
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly waking, but we must fight a little longer.
Nice shot.
Venatori brought demons.
Typical of them.
Do not fail with your
We've got a rage demon.
Hold fast!
Got us from a distance.
They attack from afar!
We're under fire. Look out.
Emmerich, now what?
Now, the grand Necropolis shows itself!
Take the shot. Well, look at that. No more despair demons.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let me take one last look around.
Shall we depart?
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
So instead of one giant fight, we have a lot of smaller ones. I bet that won't make things any easier.
The gods have made bargains with the worst people in Thedas, offered them all power. And it's not as though the Antam or Venatori will care about the price.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons, particularly after we help save their city.
A debt the Viper will repay soon.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Any details on the Blight in the wetlands?
No. Do you know how Antoine's normally got nice, neat handwriting?
Yes.
Could barely read his note. He's either excited, scared, or both.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the Blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking Blight than Wardens.
Morrigan and those Wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanis, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tash, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met. So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no recall. Still, it changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Good to have you back. Whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance than you. My blade's yours. Until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
Feels like stopping two gods isn't the kind of thing that should get handed to a fresh leader. Though, someone needs to be in charge, right? Everyone's looking to me for answers. I have to be ready to give them, even when I'm not certain.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. I knew you could fill my shoes. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
Early on, it mostly felt empty, but it's gotten more homey with each new person.
For all its grandeur, the lighthouse does seem meant for company.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
We're still getting used to one another.
True, and yet...
Give it time. We'll settle in.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by. By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Veilguard asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
It looks like our boy Hassan is feeling his oats. Or whatever griffins feel.
He's getting the hang of it. When he listens.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloomhowler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
At least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death, like wolves hunting deer. Just need to corral it.
Never be a deer. Good to know.
He'd probably leave them alone.
Probably.
You and I see a deer. Maybe he sees venison souffle. Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Hassan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy, Davrin.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that.
Most of my life I've hunted the darker things in the world. But caring for a griffin? What do I know about that? Yet here I am.
That's not so bad, is it?
Not the path I expected. Makes me wonder about Hassan, his brothers and sisters, still young, pure.
You're worried?
I'm responsible for the future of every griffin alive. I want it to be a good one. These animals live to fight, but I wonder if there's another path for them.
I'd like to think everyone can find a new path. Even griffins.
Just wish I knew what it was.
Doesn't every good parent?
Parents. A scary word. I'm supposed to be his bodyguard.
What do you think you've been doing this whole time?
Trying to ignore it. If I get myself killed by a Hurlock, that's on me. If it's Hassan, I just don't want to mess it up.
I think that's where trust comes in. That Turlum idea you keep talking about. Trust Hassan to find his way. Don't force things.
He's headstrong.
Good thing you are too.
Right. Thanks for the chat.
Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
Emmerich mentioned displaced wisps. Something to watch for.
Thank you for coming, Rook. We're in need of your assistance.
Emmerich said there were hauntings.
Malign spirits freed by the gods.
They have concretized into a variety of forms. Left unchecked, these spirits will cause great harm.
They must be put to rest.
This haunting was once a spirit of curiosity.
It has turned to a darker purpose.
We must keep track of our skeleton.
Prepare well. The dead await.
Rook, more Venatori have invaded the sunken halls.
I'm not surprised.
They come in search of plunder.
We'll look out for them.
The shrouded halls have been left in appalling condition.
Memory wanes.
That provides scant comfort.
I wonder what this is about. We got it. Here's one of those scattered wisps Emmerich mentioned. There must be a proper place for it somewhere. What do we have here? I did it. There we go. I did it. Wonder what this is about.
search the whole place. Have you seen how far down it goes?
Company, get ready.
The gods will take you! I feel an event!
Time to end this.
I hate to be on their side. Nice work.
Looks like the Veilguard planned on taking a few things with them.
How are the crows after the dragon attack?
We're assassins. What do we know about dragons? Thea and Diago are juggling the response to the dragon with the fight against the Anta. The other talents are scrambling. And I don't know what Ilario is doing.
That last part seems normal.
I suppose the world hasn't ended yet. Consider it done.
What this is about. I need a wisp. What do we have here? I did it. The door's locked. Maybe it'll open if we bring more wisps.
Are they leading us here or warning us away? I'll handle it.
I wonder what this is about.
Of course.
Is that the last of them? We need one more wisp for that locked door.
Right. Let's look around. That last wisp's unlocked this door. Let's take a look.
We've got company.
Watch your back!
Time to finish it. Would you like a rope?
How did this dead Venatori get through a locked door?
Sealed tight.
Stand back. Are you Venatori? Are there sniffing rats? What form have you all? This vault's riches are mine. I tore them from the dead, and with me, they will remain.
Definitely a demon.
Must be. Let's search around. Maybe the Venatori know something. This note says the door's seals are tied to demons out in the world. Killing them unseals the door, but they'll keep returning until we destroy whatever's behind the door itself.
Then we have our targets.
Let's keep an eye out.
Ever more to do?
There's a haunting.
Travel.
There you go.
Emmerich wouldn't be a fan. I think this wisp wants something.